Hey there, football fanatics and trendsetters. Welcome back to Trendy Talks, your go-to channel for the latest buzz and updates straight from the gridiron. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of the NFL action, bringing you all the sizzling hot headlines and jaw-dropping revelations that'll leave you on the edge of your seat. From rookie sensations to veteran superstars, strap yourselves in because we're about to embark on a whirlwind journey through the thrilling world of America's favorite sport. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and get ready to soak up all the NFL goodness right here on Trendy Talks. We got Dan Graziano and making his NFL live debut. Yeah, well, let's get started right, not wasting any time. Speaking of rookies, how about the number one rookie everyone's talking about? That is Caleb Williams, the number one overall pick, getting in some early work with the Bears in an offense that has a ton of potential and features another top 10 rookie in Rome Odunze, the wide receiver from Washington. Courtney Cronin ditched the studio and is now at Bears camp and joins us today. Here, Courtney, what are you hearing about the plans for Caleb Williams during minicamp? Kevin, you mentioned Caleb Williams getting in some early work, but it happened well beyond rookie minicamp. It happened as of more than a month ago when he started learning the concepts of the Chicago Bears offense with his private quarterbacks coach, when it became inevitable that he was going to be drafted by the Chicago Bears. And that's something that felt he needed to do in order to be comfortable once he got to Halas Hall. "You always want to get ahead if you can," he said. "And so with those things that they gave me, I would take it to my QB training and we would use the cadence. We would use the drops. We use all those things. So that's not something that's on my mind throughout the process of when I actually got here." Will Huade's been awesome in this whole process. Us being able to have great conversations with him, and he gets it. He's trained a lot of guys and he's elite at what he does. And so it was a pleasure to work with him. So he was working on our stuff, a little bit, cadence and those types of things and the footwork that we want. And that's been a good process for us. Now, I had a chance to talk to Will Huade just a couple of minutes ago about what that process was like for someone he's been training since Caleb was in the 7th grade. Huade knows Shane Waldron because he's trained other NFL quarterbacks, and they went through a very collaborative process to get Caleb Williams ready for the NFL and to make that learning curve less steep. It's getting the terminology down, getting the verbiage down. If a thunder route is called a thunder route in Shane Waldron's offense, Huade's going to teach it that way to Caleb Williams, he said. And he told me that Williams is the most prepared, ready to be pro that he's ever worked with, which is no reason, no doubt, why he's already out here impressing Bears staffers at rookie minicamp, as he's been very intentional about this process of preparing for this very moment. That will be huge considering they've already made him QB number 1, and we're just in May. Williams and Rome Odunze made history when they were drafted by the Bears last month. Chicago going with Williams number 1 overall, and then taking it done with the 9th overall pick, marking the first time in the common draft era that a team drafted a quarterback with the 1st overall pick and then took a wide receiver later in the 1st round. Odunze says he loves the idea that he can learn this offense with Williams together. How can these two guys thrive together, Kevin? Well, to me, not counting the quarterbacks, the Dunn is probably the most impactful draft pick of 2024 for this season. Here's the reason. His football IQ was off the charts. He was on my show a couple of weeks ago, and he talked about the late catch he had against Oregon, which beat obviously a rival. One of the most famous catches of the season last year. He talked about the late hands he showed to beat that DB, to use a DB's body weight against him. And people from the NFL reached out after that clip went out and said, "That's a 10-year wide receiver move." That's the kind of thing where a guy has to learn in his 4th, 5th, 6th year in the NFL how to do it. He was able to do it in college. That's impactful. Justin Fields was failed as quarterback of the Chicago Bears, and what we're seeing here is that Caleb Williams won't be. Geography is destiny for a quarterback in the NFL. No one said life was fair, and quarterbacking is not fair. Caleb Williams will not have the same struggles as Justin Fields because of the infrastructure. 3 number 1s, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Redun. By the way, Keenan Allen is one of the guys that Redun studies his release and says he can't wait to learn from him. That's perfect. Now they get to grow together. They're done can watch Keenan Allen talk to him in the receiver room. Let's bring in Mina here, and Courtney brought up Shane Waldron, the new play caller here. What do you expect to see? What will he bring to this Chicago Chicago offense. Yeah, he's an interesting case, Kevin. He comes from the Sean McVay tree with the Rams and then with Seattle. Worked with a couple of different quarterbacks there, and you saw some offense changes with Russell Wilson moving to Geno Smith. I think there are some things we saw from the last year or so that translate from Caleb Williams from that Seahawks offense. Few things. One, they actually rank near the top of the NFL in use of the pistol. For me, that's a way to get to the play-action game with Williams, who, has more experience throwing out of the gun. Another thing you saw a lot of is designed rollouts. Fourth, in designed rollouts with Geno Smith, we know Caleb is very good at throwing on the run. 10th in motion rate, which is so helpful for a rookie quarterback, giving him those man-zone indicators. Attacking leverage. All of these things I think are aspects from that Seahawks offense I expect to come. With Shane Waldron, something I think that might be different. The Seahawks consistently ranked under him near the top of the NFL in using 12 and 13 personnel. Multiple tight ends on the field. With the Bears, given how good this 1, 2, 3 is at wide receiver, which Kevin alluded to with Radun. You don't need to use multiple tight ends just for the sake of doing so. So I think for the key for Waldron is adapting his offense to the skills of the players and making sure he has the best possible lineup on the field. Yeah, and look to the points that have been made. Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze. These are high-level rookies that are expected to come and contribute right away. The Bears have done a lot of work on and with Caleb Williams to make sure he's ready to hit the NFL ground running. So this rookie mini-camp, when you talk to coaches both there in Chicago and elsewhere, rookie mini-camps are about putting these guys in positions where they're a little bit uncomfortable to give them stuff to do that maybe they haven't done a ton of in order to find out how far along they are in those aspects. Right? How much work needs to be done on the developmental stuff. Matt Eberle's talking earlier today about the fundamentals and how good Caleb Williams is at the fundamentals. But the work are going to be the emphasis this weekend, and as the OTA period moves along, they feel he's very advanced. So they want to iron out whatever there still is to be ironed out before they open up in September. Okay, from the 2022 Heisman winner, let's now go to the 2023 Heisman winner that is number 2 in the draft. Jayden Daniels, going number 2 to the Commanders last month, getting in some work in their rookie minicamp. The team went football games and obviously knew everything here. And this is fan base. Everybody, they want to see wins. They want to see excitement. They want to see joy. Thanks for tuning in to Trendy Talks, your go-to channel for all the latest updates on the NFL. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just getting into the game, we've got you covered with the freshest news, insights, and analysis straight from the gridiron. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that subscribe button and join us for the ultimate NFL experience. Until next time, keep it trendy and stay ahead of the game.